Yo, 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 what's up, Siri?
What's up, man? How we doing?
Doing good, brother, doing good. Hope everybody's doing good out there, man. Hey, let everybody know what we're doing tonight, man. What's different about tonight?
So we're just doing, aside from the background, you see, I got some construction going on in the other room, so I'm not recording there. But we're just doing a general sentiment market update, and shooting from the hip a little bit. That's something we've talked about wanting to do for a while now, and I think it's good because we both do homework during the week, and I think we can bounce ideas off of each other and see what we're both looking at and do our weekly meeting. But instead of doing our weekly meeting off camera, we're doing it on camera for you guys tonight. So I think it's something special, little cool little clip video. Hope you guys like it.
Yeah, I mean, dude, how long have we been doing our Thursday night meetings, dude? For almost 3 years, and
Almost, well, yeah, 2.5 years we've been doing our meetings every Thursday night. And part of the agreement was when Wes was the one who came up with the idea, y'all, for doing the actual channel, and he bugged me about it at least 3 years ago. He was like, "Come on, man, let's do a YouTube channel." I said, "Bro,
I said every day too. Let's
yeah,
do
I know." He
it.
said, "Let's do one," and I said, "Wes, you don't know how much work that is. Like, it's a lot, dude. Video editing and all. Like, and what did I tell you? I said, if you call me every week, once a week, and can do a phone call for 1 hour and do a meeting and show commitment to that, that'll show me that you're serious." And sure enough, Wes called me every week. We talked for an
Yep,
hour, talked about everything crypto, and he stuck to it. And I was like, all right, I kept my word.
yep,
He kept his word. I kept my word. And that's how
yep.
we really pulled the trigger on getting the channel started. But we used to just talk off camera and just, what are we looking at? What are we getting into? What projects are hot? And that has not stopped, y'all. Like,
Mm-mm.
just because we're doing the channel and we're putting out content, we've been doing this for 2 years straight. Like, this is part of what we do. We're not doing this just special for this video. This is what the channel really is. The channel is just an expression of our meetings. And so yeah, we're gonna shoot one off the cuff right now, and I
Yep,
I think it's gonna go good. So
yep,
I'm just gonna start off right away. You've been in the discords hopping around like a
yep,
madman. I mean, you
yep.
are the Discord king. So I'm just going to ask you straight up: what's the discords you're looking at right now and paying attention to the most,
Like,
that you would
like
say?
the yeah. So really, man, honestly, I spend a lot of time in Prime Apes DAO, and something I gotta be better about is actually, being a little more active within that community, and actually reaching out and talking with people a little more within that community. Prime Apes DAO is definitely, I would have to say that's definitely the number one Discord that I'm in, and I mean, there's just so much alpha, man. So many legends in there, man. A lot of guys that know what they're doing, and a lot of great alpha calls in there, man. So I spend a lot of time in there. I want to start being a little more active as far as communication goes. But another one I like to be in is Nooch's Alpha, man. He's within our group chat. They do a lot of great stuff there, man. Especially more focused on like NFTs, airdrops, and just kind of like your everyday crypto stuff, market updates, and things like that. And yeah, I mean, for the most part, dude, those are the two that I'm mainly like more active in, more in, and like I said, I mean, I'm not like more, I want to be better about Prime Apes and just kind of reach out and talk with more people in there. Arb Keys is another one. I've been in there trying to help these guys, move along in their process and grow a little bit. So Discord's an active place, man. Like if you guys aren't in Discord, there's a lot of great things in there, man. It's a good tool to use to stay in contact with a lot of smart people.
Well,
So
I will say this. It's funny because when you first started jumping around in the discords and stuff,
yeah,
and it has so many settings on Discord, you guys, that at least for me, maybe it's just because I'm a little older, a couple years on West. I'm like boomer, like I can't understand this damn Discord, but it's got so many settings, there's so many options, and then there's like, you walk into the room and you're like, okay, cool, I'm in the
yeah,
Discord. And then there's 45 different chats inside the
mm,
freaking channel. And I'm like,
yeah,
well, where do we go? Like, so for me, it's a little rough to keep up with. I like our alpha chat that we're in on Twitter, and I
Yeah,
do want to get better about learning more about Discord and how to navigate
yeah.
it and how to join it, because I see that people you do use it, and there is tremendous amounts of alpha in there.
It's a
Um,
great tool, man. It's
yeah,
a
it's
very good
very
tool.
useful to jump ahead of the herd and
So
hear about stuff.
something I want to point out though, man, is like I said, as far as prime apes, it's hard to be active, and a lot of people approach it like this too, man. Like you see people in there that are talking about certain things that you know nothing about, but you're kind of nervous or scared to ask other people. Don't be scared. The thing about the crypto communities, man, is these guys are very open, very helpful. If there's something you don't understand, just be open about it, man. Like for me, and and I'm talking with rejects, man, within the group chat. He's also in Primates, and there's things I don't understand, and I just now got to the point to where I'm not ashamed that I don't know. So don't be scared to like reach out just because you don't know what a loop is, or you don't know how to stake, or different things that eventually you'll know how to do. Don't worry about not knowing. Definitely reach out and educate. And there's a lot of people within Discord that will help you with that. Just want to throw that out there.
Yeah. So another thing I thought it was funny is that when we were doing this thing, I kind of had the question to you. I was like, when you first got in, I was already doing my, because we all have our own styles of doing our own research and how we
Mm,
find projects and how we use our gut instinct, or which influencers we watch. And
yeah.
one thing about the Crypto Remora that I believe is special is that my background is 300% different than Wes's background,
Mm,
right? So we're two different styles, but when you put those two styles together, it kind of fills in the gap, and that's why I love doing these community chats sometimes, because like you can have your style and your niche, but sometimes you put yourself in a box with your
yeah,
own style, and
for
you
sure.
get kind of tunnel vision, and then you don't see other things. You can miss things. And, especially with the Arbonauts, dude,
Mm,
like that list that I have on my Twitter top with the Arbitrum fam, that list 100% has made me a better investor. 100%. Just following all the cats on that list.
oh, you have
Because,
a list.
yeah, the Twitter lists
I didn't even see that, man.
on my Sierra crypto page, it's got an
Yeah,
Arbitrum list, and you just follow it, and it follows everybody, which I need to
that's
update because
great.
there's a lot of Arbonauts I need to add
Oh,
to it. But for the most part, dude, people say, well, how do you do your research? How do you get alpha? How do you stay ahead? Well,
yeah.
first of all, you got to like and follow the Crypto more. That's the first thing you got to do.
That's the
Second
first.
thing you got to do is you got to be careful who you watch. Be
Mm,
careful about the influencers you're following. Be careful about the videos you're feeding your brain, especially if you're brand new to crypto, you're coming in. Be very careful, because it only takes following one or two bad names. And I'm not going to say nobody in particular. I'm just
mm,
saying there's shillers out there that
absolutely.
will just pump meme coins or crap tokens, and then there's guys that aren't even like big influencers, and then you could just stumble upon their page, and all of a sudden you're following everything this guy tells you to do. It's very dangerous. So be
Yeah.
careful who you follow, be careful who you watch. Follow the right people on Twitter, so you're not watching a bunch of negative stuff or Hollywood people all
Mm,
day. And that has really worked for me, because when you're in the Discord finding these projects, I know I was like, "Hey Wes, look, I found this thing," and you're like, "Oh yeah, they were talking about that in Primates."
mm.
So I know I'm doing my style, but Fade and Primates are all over it. Like as soon
Boys
as I
kill it,
found
dude.
something, they're already on it in their Primates. They're already got a chat ape GBT. They're already sniping trades with it,
Yeah, dude.
and that tool's a beast. I'm so glad that he did that. It's amazing. If I was to shill in a project, Prime Apes would definitely be the way to go. If you're coming into Arbitrum, you want to do that route with the
Yeah,
Discord. I'm telling you right now, that is a killer group of investors, and they are no
absolutely.
joke. They are
Yeah,
no joke. They are on top of their stuff. It's not just a hype NFT. It's not a hype chat.
yeah.
They are the real deal. And I would say about 80% of the stuff that I was completely 100% bullish on, I can look at the Primates crew, and they're already on that
They're
stuff.
already
So
on it,
they're
man.
they're ahead of the game, man.
Yeah, they're super early.
So let's look at the price,
Yeah,
man.
let's do that. What you seeing, dude? You got anything charted out? Any kind of patterns that you're looking at, or what are you seeing
Well, I
here?
know we were talking about the possibility of dropping down to 25, right?
Yeah,
We've been saying that we could go back down to 25 and get a bounce. But I'll tell you what, man, we're at 26.4 right now and forming a bull flag. So,
yeah,
that whole we did get a bounce earlier today at about uh 2100 hours, whatever the hell that is. We bounced down at 25,800. So we did technically today, we bounced at
yeah.
25.
We went to that 25.
But
Yeah.
that bounce put us back up to 26.5, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that
Yeah.
bounce was a nice $900 move. I mean, congratulations if you were a trader and you put in a long right there because you just killed it. I mean,
Yeah.
that's a $900,000 move. If you put a little leverage on it, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah.
you would have killed that trade. So we got a bounce. We got one bounce at 25.8. As far as I'm looking with the markets, with China and stuff, getting ready to release crypto, it's hard to tell with this world the way it is with the macro
Mm-hmm.
news. So I don't want to make any crazy predictions about where we're necessarily going in the next week or two, but
Yeah.
I will say that it's better to get these drops now than
Yeah.
it would be come June 1st, like 4 or 5 days from now. I would rather us stay down here and chill at
Yeah.
like 25, 26, let us accumulate a little more, and then that sets us up for a bullish June. That's what
Yeah.
I'd like to see. What do I think is going to happen? On the daily, you got a bull flag. On the 2 week chart, I'm looking at um, a possible ascending wedge, which of course is a bearish pattern. So,
Yeah.
but the target breakdown from that again is only down around 25, 25K,
Yeah.
24K. So I'm still I'm still saying we're maintaining our uptrend
Yeah.
overall. But what are you seeing?
Absolutely. Yeah, we're definitely still in our uptrend, man. I think a key level that we've talked about before is around 25.3 ish. A lot of people are talking about that level also. We got a lot of support there. But what I'm seeing, and something else I saw Zombie talking about earlier, is we have this huge volume gap between 20,000 and 25. So and we have the CME gap at 20,000, and
Mm,
for some reason these things always tend to fill. Um, Not sure if that's going to happen now, later down the road, but I'm thinking it's going to happen sooner than later. But in between that, right below that 20, 625 support level, there is a volume gap, which means there's not a lot of trading going on in between that 25 and 20. And if you zoom out and you look at the daily and zoom all the way out, where you can see the last 4 years, you can see that we don't have that many touches or that much trading going on between 20 and 25. Excuse me, 20, 25, 26. And right now I just see this as we're building that trading volume right now. There's not much right now, but I think that's what we're starting to do. And the longer we stay right here, the more we're going to build that support, at that 25, 26 level. And yeah, I mean, if we fall through it, man, yeah, more than likely we're going to start headed towards 20K, whatever. That's fine. Let's fill the gap. Let's go back up. That's bullish. Usually when we drop like that, we have a hard bounce and come right back up. So I'm okay with that. But I'm definitely watching that little volume gap. So if we lose 25, I'm sorry, excuse me. If we lose 25, definitely a possibility to go a little lower. Let me ask you something, though. Bitcoin dominance, is that something that you pay attention to?
man, I personally I understand it psychologically. I always pay attention to Bitcoin dominance because I'm an arbitrage trader too. I love
Yep.
arbitraging. Like, I love watching Bitcoin and Ethereum. Even if you guys just have Robinhood on your phone, you can do this. This is the easy part about learning how to trade and learning how to do these more technical trades. At least it's worked for me. Is trying to watch. Just look at your reds and greens for the day. Keep it
Yep.
simple, dude. Like, people overcomplicate investing. They way overcomp. Like, You can give me any stock or any crypto, and with basic support and resistance levels, right? I'm not talking about Fibonacci's. I'm not talking about volume, RSI, MACD. I'm not talking about
Yeah.
none of that. You give me basic support and resistance, and give me my dailies. Give me my red and greens for the day,
Yeah.
and you can make trades just on that. So if
Yeah.
let's say you're holding Bitcoin, you're holding Ethereum, Polkadot, and Arbitrum, right? Let's say you're holding those four, and Bitcoin's at positive 1%, and Ethereum is up 2%, right? And because Ethereum's up 2%, Arbitrum is up 4%, right?
Right.
So let's say you hold all four of those coins. Okay, maybe you have your long-term bag set aside. You hold your Bitcoin, your ETH, your Polkadot, and your Arbitrum
Mm.
long-term that you're not selling until the bull run, but you want to do a little quick trade. You want to do a day trade. Common sense trading. This is how I started out,
Yeah.
and I still do this technique. I love this technique. What's up? Arbitrum's up 4%. Okay, what's down?
Well, it's down.
Bitcoin's down a little bit, slightly, right? So
Yeah.
if you want to make a little trade and you don't want to do this on a centralized exchange, guys, you want to do this on Arbitrum because it's
Mm.
cheaper and it's better over there.
Yeah.
So you could take your Arbitrum that's up 4%, that's the green, and then look at your red. What's your red doing? Your red is whichever one was down. What did I say? I forget which one I said was down, but just whatever one was down
Right.
2%, right?
Yeah.
So you think about the difference in that, but you also don't just do that, guys. You still need to learn how to chart and look at your charts and levels, and you have to have your own plan. Don't take what I'm saying as your and run with it. I'm just saying overall, that's a good way to start trading on daily. Sorry about that buzzer, y'all.
No, you're good,
Um,
man.
so yeah, if you're up 4% on one, you're down. Sell the one that's up, buy the one that's down, and then look in a couple days. Guess what? It could reverse. Bitcoin could be
Yeah.
up 4%, and Arbitrum's taking a cool off. So make that trade and get your Arbitrum back, get your Bitcoin back, stack it back. Hold on, I'm going to stop that thing. That thing's getting ridiculous.
Excuse me. Yeah. Yeah. That's that's pretty much basic. Taking profit and then putting that back into something that's down even lower, and then when that pumps, take profit from that, and by that time, the one you took profit from the first time has a cool off and it's back down, and you can kind of long that, and you definitely want to look for those support and resistance levels. You want to long at the support, short at resistance, and if you can keep the basics down like that, I mean, that's a win. That's a win. You can do that all day.
Oh, real quick, Wes, while I have it pulled up, the one thing that struck
Mm.
my eye, because we said we haven't done much trading at 20 to 25.
Yeah.
If you're looking at the maximum chart, you have to kind of squint to see it, but there
Mm.
is a huge falling wedgie on the maximum from the top of the wedge started. Let me zoom in at 30,000. Okay, 29.4. You might as
Mm.
well say 30,000. And the bottom of the wedgie is about where we're at right now, right? So it's a $5,000 move, and the flagpole on that son of a gun is from 20 to 30. So if you do that, guess what that target breakout extrapolating that goes to? That puts us at $40,000 Bitcoin if that plays out. Now, we don't know if it will. No one ever knows what it's going to do, but I'm telling you this, the next moves upward are going to be, people are not going to be ready for it, and they're going to be mad because they're going to be like, oh, I was waiting. It's the same thing that happened, guys, when Bitcoin was at $15,000, and we told you this is a good time to buy, right? Other people were screaming for $10,000 Bitcoin. Not on this channel. We did not say that. We said this is the bottom, and I hope I was right. We still could be wrong, but we made the call. That was our call, and look what happened. You went to 30. Now
Yeah.
we're back down around 25. I agree that there's a possibility if you look on the 2 week chart that what you're saying about possibly going down to fill the gap. Let's say devil's advocate, we go fill that gap at 20,000, the CME gap. If we fill that gap, and you're looking at the 2 week chart, I'm sorry, look at the 30-day chart, the monthly chart.
Mm,
You can see we dipped down once, down to 26K, right? Then we had just a breakdown the other day down to 26 again. So if we come up a little bit more and then do that last dip, that's a classic spring move. So if we
yeah,
do fall down to 20, that's going to be the spring, guys. That could be the spring that shoots
absolutely.
us
On
up.
Wyckoff, yeah, the
That could be
Wyckoff.
the spring, dude, because Wyckoff does that.
It
It goes
could.
once, twice, and then you hit that spring, and then it jumps again. So if that
Hmm.
happens, people are going to get pissed because they're going to say, oh, Bitcoin's going down to 10K. Because as soon as it heads towards 20 again, people are going to get bearish like they always do,
Yeah,
right? And then it'll hit 20K, and people are going to be screaming for 10K. And guess what's going to happen? I'm not saying for sure, but if we get that bounce at 20K, that could be the spring, and then you can kiss $15,000, $20,000 Bitcoin goodbye forever
for sure.
because
Yep.
that's it. That's a wrap.
Yeah.
That's I'm just saying that could very well happen in the next month or two. I know I'm being a little bullish, but hey, I've seen Bitcoin do this before, and
Yeah.
I know not to get caught. Don't wait for lower prices on the sideline for Bitcoin for too long because you're gonna
Yeah.
get your feelings hurt. And
Yeah.
that goes for altcoins too, because
Dude, we got
alts follow it.
we got I do believe we still have a long time, man, to keep accumulating. Um, if you're looking at the cycles, we have so much time to keep stacking sats like they like to say, and altcoins too, man. Some of these blue chip
I hope
altcoins.
so. I hope we
Yeah,
go
I think we
sideways
got
for a
time,
while.
dude. I think we got a lot. I think we have at least bare minimum till the end of the year, till January 2024, for us to break past that 50K level.
And look, and that's okay. Look, if I'm wrong on that, and like say we don't have the breakout in the next month or two, because I know that's a bit bullish, being with all the macro and elections coming up and all this crap. I know. The only
No.
reason I say that is just because the whales and JP Morgan and these
Yeah.
guys are all into crypto now. So you're not just competing with John Doe down the road,
Right.
in his mom's house trading on Robinhood. You're not just dealing with these guys. You're
Yeah.
dealing with the smartest, best investors in the world
Yeah.
are now, and these guys have been doing it 30, 40 years in stocks. A chart is a chart. Technical analysis is technical analysis. That's not new for crypto. These
Yeah.
guys on Wall Street been using TA for 150 years. Literally
Yeah.
150 years TA's been around. Like when you think about that, it's like, whoa, my God, you can't even fathom that, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, they could we could go sideways for a year, but if they want to send,
That's a
hit
good
that
thing.
send button,
That's a
dude.
good thing.
Yeah, it is a good thing because you
That's a
can
good thing.
accumulate
I
more. That's a
want to. I
beautiful
wanted to go
thing.
sideways, right?
But don't get caught with your pants down just getting too comfy either, because if they hit that send button, a lot of people got pissed off when Bitcoin rallied from 13 to 15,000 to 30,000. People were they called it the most hated rally in Bitcoin
Yeah.
because people were sour
So
because they didn't buy enough.
right. So definitely paying attention to the macro environment. I think it's gonna have a lot to do with how the rest of the year goes. Did you see an Nvidia though, dude? Nvidia like sent like a freaking like a crap coin, dude.
What
Nvidia was
it just
Nvidia,
I
dude.
saw the
Nvidia.
meme. I saw the memes about it. I mean, I know that
Yeah,
Nvidia makes a lot of the chips for the miners.
Nvidia went through the roof, man. Like I think, and I'm
That
pretty sure it was like after hours trading too. And then they moved pretty hard today also. Um, if you're into stocks, I don't know, who is, but that's definitely something to look into. Some of these stocks will move just as much as crypto, so
Yeah, I mean, I'm into Tesla right now. Is pretty much MicroStrategy, Tesla, and Ladder, which is a real estate investment
mm,
trust, LADR. Pretty
yeah.
sweet. But I don't do a whole lot of stocks now. I used to, but the crypto is just taking up too much of my time and passion, I guess. So, but I still hold a few stocks.
So the June we got rate hikes coming in June, or potential rate hikes. I guess they're reading the 30%. It's going up more and more every day. For people, you know how they'll estimate like 30% will get another rate hike, 70% saying no, 30% saying that we're going to get another rate hike. Do you think we're going to get another rate hike?
If we
I kind
do,
of I, I kind of feel like we are.
it's gonna break. You think stuff's breaking right now? If they do
Well,
that again,
and then we have the debt ceiling thing, man. Like
so
there's a
what?
lot of stuff going on, man.
Look, that's we got to do that on another video because we're at 25 minutes already. But if they raise the debt ceiling and raise the rate hikes, that's canceling each other out, man. Like
Yeah,
it, it's
maybe.
the game is rigged, y'all. The Wizard of Oz is getting found out. He's hiding behind the curtain. The Fed, I mean, all of it, dude. The banks, I'm telling you, it's like the Ponzi is starting to fall apart, and it's sad because this is the way this country's ran for the last
Yeah, it's
100,
been a
200
long time
years.
coming for sure.
But yeah, the House of Cards is starting to get revealed, and if they do raise the rates again, that's going to completely wipe out the smaller banks.
Yeah,
It's going to destroy them because they're not going to have any way to make any money. And so, yeah, I mean, I hope just for the country not falling apart that they chill a little bit because
yeah,
people are already stressed out, man. It's like they're going to keep pushing until it's just there ain't nothing left to push, man.
yeah.
So
Right.
but yeah, we just wanted to come at you guys to give you the update on what we were looking at, and we might do another short one too.
Yeah.
After
This is
this,
fun, man. Like this is fun. Like we
it's
said,
good.
man, we were doing our, Thursday night meetings for so long and we were like, why not record them? And we just hope that you guys can get some value out of it and maybe we can structure them a little bit better, in the near future. But we just wanted to go ahead and start doing something, and just start getting some of these videos out kind of, you know.
And we do have project reviews coming for you guys. We have a lot of requests and some other projects we're actually talking to that
Yep.
we're going to get some insider scoop about what's going on. I'm not going to drop any names yet, but just stay tuned because we got some really cool projects. It's one actually that Wes found that he called me up and was like, "Hey man, scoop these." And you know
Yep.
what I'm talking about, but we'll keep that under wraps for now.
Yeah, man.
So I guess that's it. I got nothing else. You
That's good.
you
That's
got
good.
anything
Yeah.
else?
Nah, I think it's gonna wrap it up, man. Good.
I'm good.
All right, man. All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Look forward to these videos coming up. We're gonna do the best we can to keep putting them out for you guys. Much love and peace.